Hi, it's Megan. Since I live in Southern California, I tend to get a lot more excited about summer collections and spring collections than winter and fall, just because it's so warm here. I'm pretty close to the beach. I used to be closer. It seems to fit the weather. It's like 70 something degrees out today, and we've had a really hot summer with very little rain, so it's been 80 for like much of January and parts of February. So I am always excited when I see these new collections coming out. So I got the Too Faced A La Mode Eyes Sexy Saint-Tropez eyeshadow collection, and I'm wearing one of the trios on my eyes right now, and I'll show them to you in a minute. I also have outdoor swatches. This is a pretty shimmery palette, and I always feel like when I'm doing these videos inside, no matter what the lighting, you just don't really get kind of the nuances of the shimmery shades the same way that you do when I take these pictures outside in the sunlight. So I will put those on the video. And so basically the palette looks like this. It is $36 for 0.39 ounces. And there are, like Too Faced does in their palettes, there are 9 shadows. And by the way, I don't clean these up. I do the makeup for the video, and I don't clean up the palettes for a specific reason. I'm not getting paid to advertise here. I'm giving you my opinion. So I don't have to sell this. You can like it or not. This was a little bit of a powdery palette, as you can see. There's a lot of dust, and I'm pretty neat. Most of my palettes don't get like this. This was a softer, more powdery palette. In fact, I think it's softer, more powdery than most Too Faced palettes. The upside is they were so beautifully blendable. Oh my gosh, these blend amazingly. But you know, you get this. And then there's a mirror, which I'm not going to show much on camera. Then, as as Too Faced always does, they put their little lookbook in here. And this is so cute because since this is like a travel thing, they did it like a little envelope. So you have the 3 looks like this. And I was going to do the one with the fuchsia the way that they wanted, or the way they recommended it be done, but honestly I didn't like the fuchsia eyeshadow on my lid at all. But I do like fuchsia eyeshadow, just didn't like the look that they picked there. So what did I think? They do 3 looks like Too Faced does: day, classics, and fashion, and the fuchsia is the fashion. And I thought it was a very warm palette, warm toned. The fuchsia and the navy blue are not so warm toned, but the rest of the palette is. What else would I say? Yeah, it's all shimmery. So the shades for day, you have first Saint-Tropez, which is right here. This is a super shimmery, super sheer. It's like a gold wash. It's not going to show much inside. It'll show better on the swatches outside. And Can, I have that, by the way, up here. And like I said, just a really shimmery gold wash. Con, I guess is how you pronounce it, not Can. Con. Brightened. It's like a copper. And it's got kind of orange, frosty, warm undertones with a coppery sparkle. This one I have on my lids and then under my eyes lining part way, mixed in with the darker shade. You can see this is kind of, it's a grittier, powderier finish. Very vibrant, vivid color. I didn't use an eyeshadow primer in this video at all, so you can see how it just builds up that really rich, warm color. And then Soleil, which is, and I'll show you these in a minute, that's right there. So this is the first row, right there. Soleil is like a medium dark red tone brown. It's again frosty and a little bit warmer in the undertones. And I use that to line the upper eye, line partway under, and then I just frosted a little bit right in the crease, right here, to give my eyes some depth. The next row, which is the classic, is Riviera, and I actually wore this earlier today. I wore it to yoga. I like taking these to yoga. My yoga class is really hot and sweaty, and anything that can survive that. This is a really pretty shade. It is called Riviera, and it is a light golden beige. Again, it's kind of warmer and frosty, like most of the beginning of the palette, except for the last row. Again, powdery. These are lasting on me without a primer pretty much the full day, 8 hours. Do get some fading, especially the lighter ones, leaving just like that soft shimmer behind. But the darker ones are very pigmented. The next one is Jordan. This was odd. I have a pink lip color I was trying out today, and I just put that on for some reason because I wanted to wear that to yoga too, and I thought, oh no, I just put this coral on. But if you look at the coral, it's such a pinky coral. It's it worked really well with pink lipstick, which surprised me. So it's a pinky coral. It's definitely got kind of that gold frosty finish to it. And again, these are a little powdery, but they wear well. Côte d'Azur. Oh, I cracked that. I wonder how I did that. Côte d'Azur. So this is the second row right here. And Côte d'Azur looks like this. And this is like a dark, medium dark brown. It's a little bit metallic and it has a sheen to it. So I would say Soleil has more of a copper and this is more just a classic brown, maybe a little bit more of a gold tint to it. And like I said, I wore all those three to yoga today with a pink lipstick and it actually looked quite pretty, which I was surprised. I was surprised when I saw the model with his fuchsia lipstick with kind of a warmy, orangey palette, but it was in the ads and it worked. So the next one is La Croisette, and this is a really, I love this kind of shade. It's like a white, I always call it vanilla white with just a hint of gold. And again, a little bit metallic. When you have metallic finishes or the ones that are this shimmery to the point of being metallic, I personally think that they work better on cooler skin tones than warm palettes that don't have that. Anytime I try to do something too metallic, because I've got a slightly warm undertone, it just looks a little sometimes too cool on me. Okay, Monaco is a pretty shade. I did not like this on my lids at all. Not for me. It is a cool fuchsia pink and it's very pearly. It does blend really well. It does stain a little bit. And part of the way I test staining is I wear stuff on my arm right in here. In fact, people sometimes say, what happened to your arm? But I do that because you can actually see there's a little bit of staining right down here. That's from something I was testing yesterday, which obviously stained a lot. And because it's still here from yesterday. But that's the way I can tell better than on my lips a lot of times. And with the darker lip colors, you can see staining. Sometimes with the lighter ones, you really can't. So anyway, this I would use, just take a brush and I would mix it not with the browns on the top, but maybe this brown right here. You can mix that in your liner on the lower lash. It's beautiful. Or with a gray, it's stunning. This makeup artist did it on me once with a fuchsia. Just a soft line blended in with a brown or a gray or a charcoal. Amazing. It also works by itself, but I like it better kind of pure fuchsia here and then leading into a darker gray or brown in the outer, or you can put it in the outer crease, in your crease, in the outer corner. That actually works on me. I thought it was a little too pink for my whole lid. And then the last one is De La Mer, and this one's a little crumbly. It's a cool, again, for the last row, black and navy blue, and it's got kind of a navy shimmer, but it is a little crumbly. So I use this actually wetting it as a liner, and it was beautiful. And some of these crumbly soft shades like this, actually they blend better, and since I prefer a little bit more of a natural look, that worked for me. So anyway, what did I think about this overall? I actually was really happy with it. Too Faced does, in my opinion, some of the best browns. I didn't mind the more kind of shimmery, crumbly texture, only because I liked how it blended. I liked how vivid and vibrant the colors are, and I like the first two rows better, honestly, than I like the third. So overall, I like the palette a lot. I think it's a solid offering from Too Faced. Not my favorite of their palettes, but the packaging is so cute, and I really do like the first two rows. I love the versatility of this coral, so you can mix it with the pinks, and then I just love these types of colors on my blue eyes. So that's pretty much it. If you have this or have thoughts, questions, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please subscribe, and I'm gonna do a video review also for the new melted lipsticks that they have out. So if you want to see those, I've got one on my lips right now, the Melted Nude, and I think that's it. I have a novel, Masks, which I'm doing chapter by chapter on YouTube, which is about makeup and the masks we wear, and then I do videos for my book, Get Your Child to the Top, a parent-focused education book. Thanks, and happy almost summer, right?